costume designer.
My name is MIROJNIK, and I'm a costume designer.
I'm EDUARDO CASTRO, and I'm a costume designer.
I'm COLLEEN. I'm a costume designer. In creating a gown for Cinderella, I wanted to do something outside the box. In this film, Cinderella was a different kind of character, very contemporary, slightly edgier than the Cinderella that I grew up with. The texture of the woods, the colors of the woods were definitely starting points. We chose gold for Cinderella's dress because we circled back to the tree. And the tree had a lot of gold in the leaves and green. So there's little references all the way through the movie that refer back to a woodland world. When I create things, I think the finish and the finesse of the way things are done is an important part of how they feel. It's sort of a holistic thing for me to keep the detail alive.
Every princess dress on Once Upon a Time was custom made. The difference between television and film, of course, is the time. My illustrations are very fast. I illustrate a feeling, I illustrate an attitude, and what we did is to try and give it a sort of a modern appeal, so it's not as period heavy, but it still has the elements of a classic fairy tale costume. It's bare at the shoulders, and it's very light in feeling. That's the element that we were trying to get across. We were so limited in Vancouver, the fabric dictated a lot of the design in the end. There was a particular store that had these beautiful fabrics that were really made for curtains. So we overlaid several bits of lace and several other fabrics. And it just was the right thing. I was blessed to find that fabric.
What we wanted to achieve for this particular production was really a potpourri of color and shape and form and ease and friendliness and something new. Brandy was a teen icon and brought an accessibility to Cinderella in a modern form. What we tried to do was to choose fabric that had sparkle to begin with. We knew that we were going to do a tulle bottom, but we needed to do a bodice that lent itself to a more aspirational time. The peplum was the only solution to create a modern Cinderella. The first time Brandy tried on the magical Cinderella gown, she became Cinderella without a question. We see that beautiful transformation on film, but I saw it for real. It's always a great moment when you have an actor in the fitting room and watch them transform. It is total magic.
I think just as a designer, you naturally put part of yourself into what you're designing, even if it's a character that is well known and loved already. So when I do sketches or illustrations, I work in watercolor, and I liked the feeling of the watercolor where you could get a blue and a green and a purple merge into one. And that's what I tried to achieve with this gown by using the different layers. There are layers of silk, there are layers of a fabric called Unissima, which is the floatiest, softest synthetic polyester. Those layers are in the different shades of blue and purple, which move independently of each other. Choosing fabrics is the most exciting part of the whole process. There are 3 miles of hem, 10,000 Swarovski crystals, and 250 meters of fabric. 18 people worked on one gown for a total of 500 hours.
Gowns are on display in the pre-show area of the Walt Disney Archives Heroes and Villains costume exhibit. But the real show is in the main exhibit hall, where dozens of costumes from Disney television and movie productions are available for your inspection.
The texture I suppose was definitely starting point. We chose gold for Cinderella's dress because we circled back to the tree. And the tree had all leaves and
Do you remember my friend Yvonne? Yeah, we met. Hello. We're friendly to each other.